Hello and welcome to the commentary for the top 10 3DS games video of Sir Colco. This was the second video of the end of the year video extravaganza thing I was doing, where at the end of the 2016 I released 3 different videos each week. And yeah, this was the second one. This released on Christmas Eve actually, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of neat. And although a big downside to releasing this on Christmas Eve is that obviously on Christmas Day, I got to open presents and stuff, including some new games. And one of them I got was Super Mario Maker for Nintendo 3DS. And I liked that game a lot. So much to the point where I actually put it on my top 5 games of 2016 list. But the problem was because I released this top 10 3DS videos already the day beforehand, I didn't include it on this list because I didn't own it yet. So that's why you may notice that like Kirby Planet Robobot is on here and Pokemon Sun and Moon is on the list, but not Mario Maker, when in the top 5 games of 2016, Mario Maker is between Robobot and Sun and Moon. And yeah, that's the reason why, because I ended up adding the Mario Maker part to the top 5 games of 2016 video. I ended up adding that part pretty last minute. But that's for that. Let's save that for that commentary. Let's talk more about this top 10 3DS games. So, like the Wii U video, I planned on making this top 10 3DS games video like a yearly thing. There were some YouTube channels I watched at the time who did like top 10 3DS games, top 10 Wii U games videos, and they would update it every year as more games came out. And I really loved watching videos like that because it's really fun to see how the list like improves and updates over time as new games come out. So I was like, hey, that'd be something fun I could do for my channel. That'd be really fun to do. The problem with that is that this was 2016, so the Switch was almost out, so the amount of new 3DS games that actually released really slowed down. So I don't know how long I would have actually done this if I continued the channel. 2017 probably would have gotten a video, because there were some cool games that released, like Mario Luigi Superstar Saga Remake, and shoot, I can't think of any others. Maybe there wouldn't have been, but I also would have updated it because I probably would have bought more 3DS games, even ones that didn't release in 2017, and I probably would have used that to update the list. So there's that. But after that, I don't really know how much more I would have updated it, because like 2018 really only had WarioWare Gold, and then 2019 I think had the Bowser's Inside Story remake. So I highly doubt I would have continued it after that, because at that point there would be very few changes to the actual list. So fun idea, but would not have really gone that far. Although I probably would have done yearly videos on the Switch. That actually would have worked out because the Switch has gone on for so long. Too bad I didn't do that. That'd be really fun to look back on and see how things changed for me. But anyways, yeah. So that was the plan for that, and that didn't end up working out at all. But anyways, another notable thing about this video is this is the first Sir Colco video to actually have a proper thumbnail. Isn't that crazy? The other videos did have thumbnails, but because I didn't really know how to export images, I would just I would take the drawing on my iPad, then take a picture of that on my phone, then upload it to my dad's computer, and then put the thumbnail in there. But with this method, with the top 10 3DS games video, I figured out how to actually export the drawing itself and bring that into my computer to put on YouTube. So yeah, that's why it looks a lot more crisp compared to the other ones. It is stretched out though. It's not a perfect because all of the Sir Colco drawings, because of the animation software, they're all in 4:3. So instead of just using a 4:3 thumbnail, I would just stretch it out to the proper dimensions of the thumbnail. So it does look a little bit weird in that way. But hey, it's still a massive improvement over those other things I did. And if you're wondering why I never updated the other videos thumbnails to actually have the high quality versions, that was because I kind of believed in not updating my thumbnails, because I really liked using thumbnails as one of the many different ways I can see myself improving over time. And I felt like updating the thumbnails to look better kind of defeats the purpose, because then it makes all your videos look like a similar level of quality. But then when you watch them, you'll notice that there's a big difference in the quality. So I never liked when other YouTubers did that, so I didn't want to do that for myself. So all the videos onwards have the higher quality versions of the thumbnails, but the other ones I kept the same just for preservation purposes. Um, yeah, fun little quirky thing that I like to do with my stuff, but yeah, there you go. So, hey, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was kind of a funny game, because I really hated it when I first played it because I thought it was way too difficult, and then I played it later in the year and I was like, oh wait, this game's actually really good, and ended up on this list. I believe I mentioned here that I was going to do a review of Shovel Knight, and yes, there was going to be a review of Shovel Knight. I believe actually on my planned upload schedule I made for like 2017, I think Shovel Knight review was originally going to be in like April or something. When I took a break from YouTube from January to March, I think things got shuffled around, but I did definitely plan on doing the Shovel Knight review pretty quickly, probably before, like around May 2017, if I had to guess. I don't think I have any scripts or anything written down for it. I didn't really have much started on it, just mainly the concept of like, yeah, I know I'm going to review this eventually. And that was mainly it. But that would have been really interesting to talk about because, like I say here, yeah, I did think the game was a lot better than Mario. It's really weird that I had Mario Bros. 2 on the list, but then proceeded to say pretty much only negative things about it. I don't know. It's a list about the best games. Why would you just not say more positive things about it? You can talk about how, like, it's not creative in some ways, but then spin it into a positive instead of just, like, listing a bunch of bad things. It's really bad. I like how I did this thing with the Pokemon games where, like, I did the same drawing 3 times of, like, a Pokemon trainer throwing their ball and releasing a starter. But, you know, it was different before the different games. I thought that was kind of... For some reason, that was something I really liked at the time when I did that. Like, for some reason, I was like, yeah, that's a cool little thing I did. I don't really know why for sure. And also the starters that I use there are the actual starters that were my personal picks for the starters. So Froakie, Mudkip, and Poplio. So yeah, pretty cool, right? Unlike that card drawing, my card drawings have literally not improved at all since the first Mario Kart video I did. A little bit embarrassing. But yeah, Mario Kart 7. That was going to get a review, I believe, as well. I think I was going to review it with Peter. I don't remember why it would have been with him, which is weird. I remember my friend Jacob watching this video and laughing at that dual prank joke. That was fun times, fun memories back in the day, you know. Yeah. I think I talk about here that well, no, I don't talk about it here. But this top 10 3DS games video also kind of spoils what the top 5 games of 2016 video is, because you know the number 1 game on the list is number 1 in this number 2 in this video, so that kind of spoils what what the video's contents are going to be. I mentioned that actually in the video itself. I say like, is there really any surprise this game would be at number 1? I mean, I already said it was my second best 3DS game of all time. A little bit goofy there. But that's the kind of thing where it's kind of unavoidable. So I don't think there's not really anything I could have done to fix that or prevent that. So hey, for these honorable mentions, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix was a game that a regular viewer of my channel recommended, and I played it and I really liked it. I talk about that more in the top 5 games of 2016. Mario Party Island Tour was gonna get a review. I very briefly considered it, and then I think I scrapped the idea. Boo hoo hoo. And then for Flipnote Studio 3D right here, you know, Flipnote Studio doesn't really have any good, or like any background music, so I was kind of like trying to figure out what I should do for the background music of that part. And I ended up using a Silva Gunner remix, with the Flipnote melody being used as the Flintstones. For the longest time, I actually couldn't remember, like, did I do that seriously, or did I just genuinely think that was the music in the game? But then when I was doing editing for these archive stuff, I did find a comment I left on that Silva Gunner video saying "lol," so I guess I did know that it was a joke, and I just included it because I thought it was funny. So hey, there's something. And number 1, Tomodachi Life. Yeah, Tomodachi Life is a great game, and I was gonna do a review of Tomodachi Life. Just like Shovel Knight, that was one I think I had planned for like March of 2017. It got pushed back because of me taking a hiatus, but I think this would have been something I did pretty shortly after I came back. Because it's a really interesting game, a really weird game. Would have been kind of difficult to do a review of it though, just because of how bizarre and like, yeah, funny. This is when I actually started shortening my outros. Still like doing the talking in the outros and saying things, but I tried to keep it a lot shorter because I realized how long my outros were getting and how much time they took out of the video. So I shortened it down a lot more here. Um, but I only did that for one video because in the video after this, I just completely don't talk anymore for the sake of having the intro be even shorter. So that's the end of an era for me talking in the outros. Oh, boo hoo hoo. Yeah, top 10 3DS games video. This video is. It just kind of exists. Like, it's a fine video. I just don't really have a whole lot to say about it. Bye.